Hello my fellow readers, it is time for my final quarterly review. Happy New Year. But in this video I'll be taking a look back on my final quarter for 2024. So this will be all of the books that I read between October and December of 2024. I did manage to finish 128 books, and I will say I know that 22 of those were B-stars. So it's a mix of books and my graphic novels and manga, and it's a pretty good quarter. I tried to ease back a little and just read the things that I really wanted to read and not stress on how many. Although I did have the mission to complete B-stars, so I knew I was going to have a lot from that. And that was a good series, and I will be talking about that, but that's for another video, so just keep that in mind. So I think I'm going to go over what I read this quarter pretty soon. Probably by next week I'll be doing my year in review for 2024, and then I will also do my favorite books of 2024. I don't know if I'm going to split. I think last year I did manga and regular books. I don't think I'm going to do that this year. I think I'm just going to pick like my favorites, probably a top 10 overall, but I'm not completely sure yet. I don't know. I'm torn about it. But before that, that's to look forward to for later. Before that, I really want to talk about the quarter, just do a quick review. I'm not going to get too in-depth with this quarter because the year in review is happening soon, and then my best of, and to be honest with you, I didn't love a lot of the books from this quarter, so I don't want to get too into it, but without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to my computer self and show you what I read. So I'm going to try to make this one as brief as possible. I don't want to stretch this video out, especially since it's going to be followed very quickly by the whole year in a review. But for this quarter, I started here for my first finished book, October 1st. And that was my 480th book of the year. And quickly went through just a bunch of books. Yeah. I don't want to point too many out because I usually like seeing the covers on Goodreads, but there was just a bunch. I gotta tell you, these past 3 months just flew by, so I don't know. And of course we ended the year with a lot of B-stars and a couple of books. I did get to finish The Teller of Small Fortunes, and I was really glad to finish that. I wanted something cozier to finish the year. Also was ending the year with an arc, which is Wooing the Witch Queen, which is a romantasy that's coming out in February, and I really enjoyed this one. A lot of it, there's higher, I guess, political stakes happening in the background of the book, but the interior of the book is very cozy, and I very much enjoyed it. It was a good read. And actually ended with Throne of the Fallen, which I'm torn about. I don't know if I'm gonna finish and read the other book, but yeah, ended at 608 books. So I think that was 100 and where did we start? 80, so 128 books, I think. So there you have it. And I'm not gonna get too much into all of the other stuff over there, the stats. I don't think it's important to check out, but I will hop over to Goodreads and we'll go through the covers, help bring the books back into my head. I am still getting through Spice and Wolf. I still love it. It's such a good light novel series. I'd recommend it to everybody. The main storyline I think wraps at the volume 17, but then there's more volumes after that, but that was the main story, I think, ends at 17. So I don't have too many more to go to wrap up the main Spice and Wolf story. And I think those are all the volumes, if I'm not mistaken, that's all the volumes that's included in, I really should have done a haul because I bought this, but there's this big compendium of all of Spice and Wolf, except for the later ones that are after it. And so I think it's 1 through 17. It's ginormous. It's gorgeous. I should show it. But yeah, I love Spice and Wolf. Witchcraft for Wayward Girls I finished. That's one that's coming out this year, 2025. It's good. It's Grady Hendrix. A lot of socio-political elements with a little bit of horror, which is what Grady Hendrix is known for, but it's very good. The Courting of Bristol Keats, I really enjoyed this one. I listened to the arc of it. I bought the book. I like this one a lot. January's, I was a little disappointed. Let's see. This one, also coming out in 2025. I loved this book. If you're a fan of Howl's Moving Castle and Diana Wynne Jones, check out A Harvest of Hearts. I have a feeling it's going to go under the radar a lot. But yeah, if you like that kind of, both the romance element and, I don't know, almost like an underdog vibe, a cozy atmosphere, like, check out A Harvest of Hearts. It's really, really good. I liked it a lot. I will be talking, this is another one that I will be talking about, but it's Under the Oak Tree. This was the graphic novel part, but I also have the novelization part. Under the Oak Tree started as a web novel, then became a webtoon, but I have both versions. I love it a lot, so I will be talking about the series in general. Let's see, I read Hello, I'm a Witch. And My Crush Wants Me to Make a Love Potion. This is the light novel version, not the graphic novel, which I've talked about the manga before. Very good. And that was volume 2 of the light novel. We haven't reached it yet, but I read a lot of Stephen King this quarter, I'm just saying. I liked All Good People here. This kind of had JonBenet Ramsey vibes. If you've seen it, it's been everywhere lately, so if you haven't seen any of the documentaries and stuff, you can check it out. But I don't know, that had that kind of same like atmosphere. The God and the Gumiho, this was one of my Fairy Loot books, and I actually enjoyed this quite a bit, so I'm keeping that book. But yeah, I liked it a lot. There's another Stephen King. I think I finished the Mr. Mercedes series during this quarter. Holly, that was there earlier, that's a spin-off of Mr. Mercedes. So, yeah, I had a good time. This one, I really want to talk about this light novel series, but now I feel like I'd have to go back and do some rereading. But The Dragon Soulmate is a Mushroom Princess is so cute. I loved it. I fell in love with it. It's just a really cute little romantic light novel. It's so sweet. I think I still have to do volume 3, but I think it was coming out when I was finishing these, and it's so good. Oh, made it to volume 11 of Spice and Wolf. Do not ask me anything about Bloodguard. I did read it, and it didn't really stick with me. Beautiful book, though. It looked really pretty. The End of Watch is the final one of the Mr. Mercedes series. Let's see. Any that I want to point out? The Cottage Around the Corner was cute. I did like that one. A lot of the rest of these. What's funny about 11/22/63 is I could have sworn up and down I read that book. I remembered everything about that book, but I never tracked it on Goodreads, so I had no proof that I read the book. So I listened to it. I think it was a re-listen because I remembered like the whole book. But since I hadn't marked down when I read it, like I couldn't 100% say that I did. So I listened to it. I'm pretty sure I listened to it again and I finally marked it down that it was read. I also did read a lot of Rachel Harrison during this quarter. My favorite was Such Sharp Teeth, which is a werewolf story. But the other ones are good. My next would probably be The Return, although I also liked Cackle. But I read Cackle like way back, I think close to its release. My least favorite, which you'll see later, is The Black Sheep, which was last year's book. Well, now it's more like 2 years ago. But anyway, I didn't really like that one. It just wasn't as good. Monsoon Rising, this will be out shortly. This is the second in the Hurricane Wars series. So this is book 2. there's not a ton, I guess, that happens in book 2, but it was still good. If you like the characters and you want to stay in the world, it was good. And more Stephen King. I also didn't love Family Lore. We read this one for my book club, and I didn't love it. The Stephanie Garber series, Once Upon a Broken Heart, that was cute. I liked that series. The Karen Marie Moning book, The House at Watch Hill. I would say I was okay with. It's not going to be in my top books of the year, but I didn't hate it. The last one I was a little disappointed with as well. I don't know. I didn't rate too many of the books very highly during this quarter. Like, the ones I've pointed out are probably like my highest rated from this quarter. And of course, any of the Stephen King ones, they've all been really good. Finally got to finish Lovelight Farms. I've been meaning to do this for quite a while, and I thought it was really sweet. It's a fake dating story, and the two have been like friends, and so it kind of is the question of, did they want to just be friends, or was there always something more? And it's cute. These two Sarah Morgan ones were kind of cute. It's good for the holidays. I'm not sure I would recommend you start it now, but if you're looking for a good holiday read next holiday season, give them a try. Under the Oak Tree, like I said, I'll definitely be talking about this because I loved it. So I have a bunch of books and/or series right now that are on a list of what I really need to review and talk about. And I just hope I remember everything because I really want to do them justice, because I do think they're ones that I would consider very much worth a read. I don't know why there's 2 of these showing up on here. I just noticed this. This is a glitch. I only listened to this once. These were the free ones where Amazon does the original stories. So these are all a series of short stories from their Christmas thing this year. They were fine. Nothing to really write home about. This one is an Audible original, and this one I would say to listen to. This was such a sweet story. The book for the holidays. I liked it a lot. It is more has a Hanukkah background, not Christmas, which was nice. And it's not like the holidays are there, but it's not really so much about the holidays. It's the story inside of that. So anyway, I liked this one. I would recommend it. I got to finish the Aaron Sterling series. I don't remember what the series is called now, but anyway, with The Wedding Witch, I completed that. So I almost let this slip by. And I'm like, no, I gotta read this. Lightning in Her Hands is the second one after, I think it's Witch of the Wild Things. And I think there's going to be the book on the third sister coming out soon. And I can't wait. I want to find out more about her. I can't say too much because I don't want it to be spoilers for the first book. But anyway, I want to know more. And then definitely one I will also be talking about is Beastars. It's a great series. I am watching the end of the anime right now, but yeah, it's a good series. I would definitely recommend it. Anime-wise, I think the first 2 seasons were stronger, and it's probably because they took their time more. The last season has been a quick retelling of the final 11 volumes. It's 11 or 12. I don't remember. It was a lot of the volumes of the manga, so they're cramming in a lot in that final season, and I don't know. I haven't liked all of the decisions for that, but the series itself is well worth a read, and I will probably be talking about it. The Teller of Small Fortunes, I really enjoyed this one. It's just cozy. I really liked the characters for this one, I would think. I wasn't... That sounds wrong. I cared about the plot, but I was more invested in the character relationships and how they were building this kind of family unit and bond. I like them a lot. And then I talked about this one a little. Yeah. And that wraps up my quarter. I don't really love how Goodreads redid the thing, because I used to be able to click my reading challenge thing for the year, and then it just displayed differently. I mean, I guess it's fine, but it's different. But yeah, that's all I'm leading you to. Pass it over to camera ready me so that I can recap more. So that was it for my final quarter of the year. What did you think? Anything good that you want to read? I don't know. Interesting times reading. I'm really actually very happy to close the door on 2024, but I'll do my final videos for that again next week. Most likely. I don't know what's coming up. Saturday. Might sprinkle something new in. But definitely by next week, I will cover 2024 completely and my best of books. And I don't know. I'm excited to move in, do 2025, see what books lay ahead. I gotta say, for me, book-wise, 2024, like for new releases, not that great of a year. There were some books I absolutely loved. So yes, those will be on best of, but I don't know. I felt like last year there was a lot throughout different genres that I really, really liked. And I was looking back at like release years, and I think it was 2022 had so many amazing books. I miss that. I hope that 2025 is more like that, but we'll see how it goes. Also, I'm wearing my other glasses. Random interlude. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you next time. Bye.